Despite the hope that close intermarriage would strengthen royal families, in many cases, the resulting illnesses, madness, infertility, and deformities ultimately led to their downfall. This list will give you some pretty good reasons to be thankful that you aren't a king. Number 1. Charles II. Charles II, known as the Bewitched, was the product of extensive Habsburg inbreeding. He exhibited the characteristic Habsburg jaw or lip, featuring a large tongue, underbite, protruding lower jaw, and thick lower lip. This deformity, known as mandibular prognathism, hindered his ability to chew and caused excessive drooling. The king also suffered from severe developmental delays. He was breastfed until the age of 5 and never received a formal education. He couldn't speak until he was 4, nor walk until he was 8. His impotence further complicated matters, leading to the end of the Habsburg dynasty in Spain upon his death in 1700. The Habsburg family's history of intermarriage was so extensive that Charles V's family tree included Joanna of Castile 14 times. This level of inbreeding was even more pronounced than if his parents had been siblings. Number 2. Alexei Nikolaevich, Tsarevich of Russia, whose royal disease ended an empire. Tsarevich Alexei Nikolaievich hemophilia played a significant role in the downfall of the Russian imperial dynasty in 1917. While hemophilia was not known to exist within the ruling house of Romanov, Tsar Nicholas's marriage to Queen Victoria of England's granddaughter, Tsarina Alexandra, introduced the gene into the family. Desperate to save her son, Alexandra turned to Rasputin, a charismatic and controversial figure known for his unconventional lifestyle and alleged healing abilities. His involvement in the royal household alienated the aristocracy, who viewed him as a dangerous and inappropriate influence. Despite their reservations, the Romanovs believed Rasputin's treatments were effective in managing Alexei's condition. Rasputin's growing influence within the court led to his increasing control over the royal family's lives and, effectively, the governance of Russia. The turmoil within the royal house and the questionable company they kept contributed to the Russian Revolution of 1917, ultimately resulting in the execution of the entire royal family. Next, we have Pharaoh Tutankhamun, the famous boy king. His parents, brother and sister. The result? Tut had a cleft palate, a clubfoot, and numerous other health issues. Despite his reputation as the golden boy pharaoh of ancient Egypt, DNA analysis of King Tutankhamun's mummy reveals a physically frail individual, likely due to the Egyptian royal tradition of sibling marriages. Tutankhamun ascended to the throne at the tender age of 9 and lived only until 19. He is believed to have suffered from a cleft palate, clubfoot, scoliosis, and an elongated, deformed skull. Egyptian pharaohs held sibling marriage in high esteem, influenced by the myth of Osiris marrying his sister Isis to preserve a pure bloodline. There were even instances of double niece marriages, where a man married the offspring of his brother and sister. Number 4. King Ludwig II of Bavaria, whose family had been going mad for ages. Like his cousin, the Empress of Austria, King Ludwig II of Bavaria belonged to the ancient Wittelsbach dynasty. The family's history of intermarriage had led to significant consequences for its members. Ludwig was known for his detachment from reality and preference for living in a fantasy world, which would have been less problematic if he had not been a king with responsibilities. While he focused on building castles and sailing in swan-shaped boats, the Bavarian government struggled with his incompetence and wasteful spending. Ludwig was eventually deposed, but not peacefully. His body was found in a lake the day after his removal from the throne, suggesting foul play. Number 5. Ferdinand I of Austria, who had a host of mental and physical problems. Emperor Franz II of Austria married his double first cousin Marie-Thérèse, resulting in their son Ferdinand I's birth with hydrocephaly, a condition characterized by fluid buildup and pressure in the head that significantly impaired his intelligence and motor skills. Ferdinand also inherited the Habsburg jaw and tongue, a disproportionately large head, and epilepsy. Despite these challenges, however, he ruled as Emperor of Austria from 1835 to 1848.